right. All right. So right now we're doing a video in regards to traveling. Got my man DMR the Traveler. This is Mr. Dakis the Navigator coming in. So, sir, what can you tell us in regards to traveling?
Okay, traveling. Uh, by the way, my name's DMR. I got a YouTube channel. This is my channel. Brother Dacus is just going over questions to ask me, but my experiences in traveling is I started in 2001. Uh, I first found out I was SYBM on my own in 2001. The first country I went to was Morocco. Um, I got married in Morocco in 2001. I was married to a Moroccan lady, but in me getting married to a Moroccan lady, I found peace. I found my peace in travel. So I was actually SYBM before, or SYMM before anybody even made that turn. Um, and that was my first uh, time traveling internationally. The person who sparked my interest in traveling was Malcolm X.
I hear you.
When Malcolm X was made Hajj, uh, it sparked my interest, and I had read about Malcolm X. And when he made his Hajj in 1964, pilgrimage to Mecca, and he left the Nation Islam, and I heard about him traveling, I read his autobiography, and that's what sparked my interest. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. So, did anybody distract you when you started? So you said your first country was Morocco. So did anybody give you distractions before you started? Before you left?
Distractions in what way?
Like if you was to say, like, did you announce to your family? I think I'm about going to Morocco. Did you let your family know that, or did you just decide I'm gonna go without telling anybody? And if
Well,
you did,
I share everything. Well, I shared everything with my mother,
okay,
and my mother was kind of afraid of me going over there, but
I hear you.
I had informed her, "Look, mom, I'm good. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me," and I just prayed to God, and ain't nothing happened to me,
Right,
you know. But my family never discouraged me to do anything.
right,
They never discouraged me not to travel.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
Whereas in the difference between like other people, when you express the interest that I want to go here, or no, you don't want to do that. You might get kidnapped,
Right,
or
right,
you
right.
might wake up with your lungs cut, or your guts out. You
Well,
know,
well, let me make this statement. I was, I've always been told that when African American men want to travel, they they're always pit, they're always pit, they're always discouraged to travel because they want you here to get caught up in the web of the matrix.
right.
So I've always heard that because my grandfather told me that. He said when he went to Germany back in after World War II, and he was stationed in Germany, he said the best time he ever had was in Germany. And then it's this old story that the white soldiers told the girls in
I know what you're
Germany
going to say.
about their tails at
Tails.
night,
I knew he was going to say that. Yeah.
and he told me that.
Yeah.
But he said that him, and the German lady that he was dealing with
Right.
had a good. The family, they ain't had no issues.
Right.
So that goes back to the World War II. That goes after World War II, during World War II, when they integrated the armed forces.
Right.
And that happened in Korea, and that happened in the Vietnam War. Because I have friends of mine that have told me that they had good relationships with the Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
So that whole that whole thing about discouraging us has always been there.
It's been there.
But it's even worse when your own people discourage you not to travel.
That's true.
And they don't know they're caught up in the same web you caught up in.
Right.
That's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
So by me going over to Morocco opened up my eyes a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, because the perception that I had was I'm about to go over here and deal with people that I read about.
Right.
But if you know anything about North Africa, Morocco is in North Africa. In the history, I'm gonna give you a brief history of Morocco. There was the Berbers there before the conquest of the Arabs.
Right.
And you know, like any country conquest, you know, they come in, and the people, some people have been forced, some people converted to whatever it was. So in the case of Morocco, the Arabs came and they stayed there and they intermingled with the Berbers. Some of the Berbers left, some of them stayed. So when you go to Morocco and you're talking to a Moroccan, they will call themselves African.
Right.
They're not gonna call themselves Arab. They're gonna say I'm a Moroccan or I'm an African.
Right.
Okay. So, but their origin is that they're Arab.
Right.
But they don't refer to themselves as that. So, you know, that was an eye opener for me.
Right.
Being from the Matrix, just conduced to only black and white all the time.
Right.
In the areas that we're from.
Right.
We're only, and then you may have a few Hispanics in there that you grew up with.
Right.
But
that's
other
a
than
whole nother issue.
right,
Yeah.
So other than that, it's an eye opener, man, to go traveling
Yeah.
and seeing other people, and the main thing is learning the people's culture.
Right. Because the same thing that you said with Malcolm X, when he went overseas to Mecca, he sat next to somebody who considered himself Muslim.
Yeah.
Who was, what did you say, he's pale skin.
Yeah.
And they sat next to it and was treated with the same level of respect that he would have treated somebody who had the same skin color.
Right.
You know, so he didn't look like a quote unquote devil.
Yeah.
But again, he was outside of America and went to a different environment.
Right.
Right.
And see, the thing is that when people are invited to something foreign, they don't really gel at first.
Right.
But the thing with me was, look, I knew I was going on a big trip. Okay.
Right.
I went over there, man. I was a little scared, but I said, look, if something happened to me, then it happened. But I'm going to make this trip. And this trip changed my perception of travel. It changed my perception of just being here in the Matrix and being stuck like Chuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's a lot of us that stuck like Chuck. Meaning, what do I mean by stuck like Chuck? What I mean is that you get stuck in the area that you're in and you can't move.
Right.
And you get caught up into all the influences in like inside your area.
Right.
And that causes you to stay there without you branching out and going and getting affiliated with other people. But it's strange that the European conquestors, Francis Drake, what's the other guy name? Leif Erikson and them, the Vikings, they was tired of their area. So what did they do? They branched out.
They moved up. Yeah, they moved on.
Okay.
Just like nomads.
The nomad, right?
Just like,
nomads.
just like most nomads, they move on to another area.
So I'm not saying anything about the colonization and the oppression.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they branched out.
Right.
Okay, so we as travelers, we're branching out.
Right.
As Matrix men. And as I said before, save yourself, Matrix man. Okay, I can use save yourself, black man. Okay, but that's for that category.
Right.
The category I'm saying because men, you know, men are men. You know, some men don't want to date their females that they're a part of. Some people want to taste a different flavor.
Right.
So it's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying is that this traveling thing, man, it encompasses you to be intrigued about other people's cultures.
Yeah. Learn.
You know, yeah. So that's kind of mainly where I'm at as far as the traveling thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Morocco, other than Morocco, what other places have you been to overseas?
Okay. Morocco was my first international trip.
Okay.
And I started Morocco in 2001.
Oh man, so this is way before YouTube.
Right,
Facebook,
you're right,
Twitter.
exactly.
Yeah, so you didn't have that.
I'm saying,
yeah,
I was SYMM
before.
long before they even had that term.
Right.
Now I'm going to tell you what happened after that. So I've been to Morocco 3 times.
Okay.
I was there 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand Moroccan culture. I understand their dialect that they speak of Arabic, where
Yeah.
it's a French twang in it.
Okay.
Because the French colonized Morocco for 50 years.
Okay.
So you have, as they speak in that Arabic, you have that French, little French in there. Okay,
Yeah.
so you know, they have awesome food, man. They have a custom in Morocco where you come into the house,
Yeah.
you're greeted with green mint tea.
Okay.
They got the green tea,
Mm-hmm.
and their dish is couscous.
Okay.
If you ever have a chance, man, you want to try the couscous.
Go
It's
to
good.
Trader Joe's.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
it's, yeah. Okay.
but it's 15 times better than
Better?
Trader Joe's
Okay.
from scratch, right?
Yeah.
So again, so here it is. I went to Morocco 3 times. In 2006 was my last time.
Okay.
So I had what's that terminology that you use where you started something, then you stopped, then you start back up? I forgot the terminology.
Okay.
What's that mean?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I was rejuvenated.
Okay.
I didn't travel from 2006
Mm-hmm.
to my next trip that was in 2011.
So that's like a hiatus then.
Well,
Almost like that. Like it's been a while, then you pick
Right,
up
right, a
again.
while,
Yeah.
okay. Now-
Yeah. So you can say hiatus.
now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Mind you, I told you I went to Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first international trip. I didn't stay on no resort. I was staying with my family
Okay.
over there.
Over there.
Because I was married, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I stayed with the family. I ate the food. I endured everything that they endured.
Right.
So when I stayed there, I stayed in the village.
Right.
And what you gotta understand about Morocco is Morocco got 2 cities. So if you stay in Kenitra, I stayed in Kenitra.
Okay.
When you stay in Kenitra, has the old city of Kenitra and has
Uh-huh.
a new city of Kenitra.
Right.
You have the old city of Kenitra is like the village. It's
Okay.
like the reminiscence of like the 19th century with the dirt roads.
Right.
Then you have the new city, which is like the Matrix. It's like
Okay.
on the upgrade,
Right.
right? So you get a flavor of the Matrix over there, and you get a flavor of the village.
Right.
Okay, the village was quite. I like the village.
Yeah.
But
So you think about Aladdin and magic
yeah, the
carpets?
village.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know what? The village, the people in the village was
Mhm.
genuine. You know, even in the new city of Morocco, it was kind of genuine. But I'm just saying that you get the flavor of I hate to say it like this, the hood, and you get the other side.
Right.
But they was both people, they both stayed both places. You know, I had family, they could say I had family in the new city of Kenitra, but I stay in the old city, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So-
So there was no hotel.
Nah,
Whatever, you just-
I lived in the
Right.
village, but
So
I
you
lived.
didn't have to worry about
I lived,
transportation,
I
food?
lived in the phone. I was
Okay.
in the
You
phone.
was deep in it.
But I felt safe. I
Okay.
didn't get attacked. Me and my wife was walking
Mhm.
night at 3 o'clock in the morning from her friend's house because I was like over the family's house.
Right.
Right. So we walking from her friend's house to her house. It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing ain't happened to us. Okay. So now let me get back on track.
Okay.
So I didn't have. So the next place I tried, I said, man, I gotta take me a trip.
Yeah.
So
After that hiatus.
so now
Yeah.
this is something that I fell into that I should have smacked myself in the face. I start going on resorts.
Okay.
Now I'm going to explain to y'all something about going on a resort, and I want y'all to hear this very clear. When you go on a resort is a form of protection for you to go on the country, since you don't know no better in the country. But once you start getting to know people and speaking the language, you get comfortable,
Right.
and it allows you to get outside of the resort.
Mm-hmm.
So resorts are only for families, and they're only for your protection in case that you're new to the country. You go to the resort for your protection. If you want to meet a young lady, you pay for her to come to the resort for 3 days. Y'all can eat, go to the beach on the resort. But if you speak the language, you can find an Airbnb, you can find a hotel, you can go to the stores where they eat at, where that you're going to get the better food with the people. You're not going to get the better food on the resort. You're only getting American, and I hate to say this, you're getting matrix food.
Right.
You're not eating the homegrown food of the people. So that's where you get the flavor at when you get with the people. So anyway, I went to Santo Domingo, Guandalio. I don't know if you're familiar with the resort there. It's called Guandalio.
No.
Guandalio is a beach. It's two beaches. You got Boca Chica and you got Guandalio.
Okay.
So I went to Guandalio. I stayed on the resort. I met this guy from Boston. He was married to this girl in Santiago. And I'm not going to say his name on here, but he's a good brother of mine from Boston.
Good dude.
And when she went back home to Santiago to visit her mom, me and her, right? I mean, not her. Me and him got together, and we had just hung out.
Right.
So when we go to the cafe, right? I'm going to the cafe with him. He speaks Spanish. I didn't speak Spanish. So we go to the cafe outside. I'm sitting there. I'm eating. These kids come up. They look just like Matrix kids from the hood.
Right.
I couldn't believe it.
You wouldn't know the difference.
This is the first time that I seen this. I never seen this. I was thinking these people are all Taino looking. So you gotta understand, in the Caribbean, you got three groups. You got the African look, the Taino look, and the European look.
Right.
All in one on the same island.
Right.
So anyway, I went to Guandalio. I hung out with him. He took me outside the resort. I had fun. I had a ball.
Right.
Okay. Now, that was 2011, 2012, 13, something like that. So mind you, it was from 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I haven't been on a trip for 7 years.
7 years.
Okay. The next place I went was, if you would like me to tell you, I was in. I went back and forth to Canada. I've been to Canada like 4 times. Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa was beautiful. Ottawa was the first city I've ever seen that was that clean. I see no trash on the ground. It was nice. It was excellent. I've been there 4 times. The other place I've been to was where was I at? I'm thinking, yo. Sorry. I was in Panama. I went to Panama. In Panama again. Panama was on a resort. Okay. I don't like resorts. Resorts are for protection if you first go to the country.
Right.
And they're for families. Panama was okay. I'm not gonna get all over to Panama because I had fun on the resort. It was some stuff I didn't really like about Panama. But you know, I was mainly on resorts minus Morocco, and I'm about to get to some other stuff too.
Right.
But right now I'm gonna deal with Panama. Panama, I like the resort, but I really didn't like the setup of the resort. You know what I mean? So that's like that. You know.
What got you to go to Panama?
I just wanted to go to Panama. I thought Panama was by the city, which the resort was so far from the city. I was thinking that the resort was by the city.
Right.
And I can just go to the resort and just go outside. No.
Right. So this is the other thing. If I can interject with a tip, this is way before Google Maps. Because if you had Google Maps, you could just say, okay, I'm staying here. How far am I from XYZ? So it's like that was even before. What year was this?
2016, I think.
Okay. I'm not sure if Google Maps was around it. But see, now we got all kinds of technology.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? We got all kinds of technology to, you know, map out where we going, boom, boom, boom. So do you think that if you had Google Maps, you would be able to plan your trip to Panama a lot easier? Or any of those countries?
No, I think if I had human direction,
Right.
if I had a connection,
Okay.
and I'm about to share something with you after I say this.
Okay.
I think I would have made out better if I spoke to somebody.
Ahead of time.
But I'm gonna tell you one person that I did talk to,
Okay.
and I never got a chance to meet him, and he was right in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And you know who I'm gonna say, right?
In Philly, you must be
Who's
talking about
the-
Charles Tyler. Rest in peace, Charles Tyler.
Charles Tyler,
Yeah.
my
Okay.
man. Look,
I got
spoke-
something on him too.
I spoke to Charles
Yeah.
Tyler, right? What did we have it back then? We had this. I forgot not you. It was something else that we can connect the people with. Well, I sent him a message,
Okay.
and he said get in contact with me.
Right.
But when he said that, I didn't. I said I'm gonna get back with him next week.
Right.
Guess what happened?
He passed away.
Passed
So that
away.
was 2017. Right. Yeah. I remember that day. Yeah. So you had a chance to at least connect with him, just conversational, but you never got a chance to speak.
Never.
Yeah. He didn't
Never
give-
had
give
a
you the
chance to
rope.
speak to Charles Tyler.
Right.
And Charles Tyler had this guy named Al Grease.
I agree. Yeah.
And he's
Mhm.
another one that sparked my interest.
Okay.
And Al Grease is frustrated. I seen that, and I was I like that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. See, the thing about, like, I remember those times. I know that he had that. Well, they changed the Facebook page, because back then it was called Afro American Men versus Brazilian Women. Would you think?
Yeah.
So, and like, I did read the stories though, but I never really participated because, like, Brazil is not my favorite country. We'll get into that another
Okay.
time, but
Right.
you know, I already have my favorite country, so I really didn't
Right.
participate too
Right.
much because I really never had a desire to go to
Right.
Brazil.
Okay.
But rest in peace to Charles Tyler.
Charles Tyler, rest in peace, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wish I would have met him. And it's other people that Charles Tyler influenced
A lot.
and such as he influenced a lot of guys. I'm not gonna say who they are because y'all know who they are, but that's my thing of me traveling and getting to learn stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's all.
Yeah.
Like I say, as far as that, it was Panama.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you did get a chance to connect with Charles, you would have gone to Brazil?
Yes,
Okay.
I would have eventually went to Brazil.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yes.
So after Panama, what was the next country you went to?
Mexico.
Mexico? How was Mexico?
I went to Cancun, Mexico.
So what was it that motivated you to go there?
Cancun, Mexico. I went there because at first I was gonna go to Costa Rica,
Okay.
but when the travel agent told me about the jungle,
Okay.
I was like, nah, I ain't going to
Yeah.
the jungle because I thought I was gonna get sick. Cause
Right.
I got asthma,
Right.
and if I'm in certain areas with these trees, I don't know what kind of trees they are.
Right.
So that might have gave me a allergic reaction
Or the insects.
to them, right, or them insects,
Mhm.
and I don't know. So I was scared. So I
Right.
called her and said, "Yo, Miss, I want to switch that to Cancun."
Okay.
So now when I went to Cancun, every time I go to a resort, I always check in and I go to the bar. I always do this.
Okay.
I have a drink, let my hair lay down, go up to my room, get situated,
Right.
let it all fall in,
Right.
that I'm out of the matrix.
Right.
Clear my head.
Mm-hmm.
If they got a little refrigerator, got a beer, I might sit back, watch
Right.
some TV,
One. Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
go down, eat, come back. So now look, here's the thing. When I was at the bar, this girl, a friend of mine, I'm not gonna say her name, she came up to me out of nowhere. How you doing? What's your name? My name's such and such. What's your name? So I'm like saying in the back of my head, why is this girl asking me what my name? But she introduced herself. She said, I'm with me and my friends. We from the Matrix, you
Yeah.
know, America too.
Right.
But they was Mexicans, so they spoke Spanish.
Okay.
So I hung out with them, man, and bruh, if you gotta go to this joint called a Party Zone in Cancun, If you've never been to the party zone in Cancun, you must go.
Right.
It's a party strip. It got clubs. It got this place in the back called Hunka Chunka. I don't know what the name of this place is, but it's a food place, bro. They was doing train dances. All I walked in there with them. They grabbed me,
Right.
told me, "Come on." I mean,
Yeah.
it's so much fun there. And then after we did the train dance,
Yeah.
we all ate. We had fun.
Right.
So after that, we went down the street to Club Cancun.
Okay.
A day. Club Cancun was like this, bro. You went in, and as you know, it ain't no doors on the club, it's because it's open.
Okay.
So man, we strolled up in that joint. They gave us VIP. I had about 18 shots, man.
Oh.
I was like this,
Getting it in.
right? And I
Yeah.
mean, it was so live in
Right.
Club Cancun,
Mhm.
on that. They had some girl in England on the pole doing a pole dance.
Yeah.
She was spinning around, and I'm sitting by the pole. She fell on my lap.
Okay.
I was like, okay,
Right.
baby, how you doing? So, and then after that, we got on the bus. Now this bus is called the party bus.
Okay.
We caught the bus down in the party zone. It was like a basic bus. Later on that night,
Right.
3 o'clock in the morning, we catch the bus. So we get on the bus date.
Yeah.
They party.
Yeah.
I was like, what
Yeah,
in the world
that's
is
common in
this?
South America. They party on the bus with music, and
Yeah.
so they had the exotic lights on.
That
Yeah.
was crazy,
Yeah,
right?
I know. I never experienced it, but I seen it on TV.
I'm like,
so
yo.
you was there.
This is crazy.
Yeah, music playing on the bus.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
so
I seen it.
like they was going, hey,
Yeah.
playing the Spanish music. I
Right.
love it. So we went out, came back. So the next day, we went out to the town of downtown Cancun.
Okay.
Now they turned me on to this homegrown mom and pop restaurant in the back of McDonald's.
Okay.
It was a house that this chick had food. So we sat down and ate, and man, look, I didn't get no stares, Dakis. Nobody ain't staring at me funny
Right.
like they do here in the Matrix.
Yeah.
I was with them. Nobody said anything derogatory.
Yeah.
And I'll sit down, had some like tacos, had some juice. I ain't had no problems.
Okay.
Okay, so now we go down to the downtown where this marketplace. It's like a big marketplace.
Okay.
This here is the hood. This was the hood.
And this is Cancun.
Downtown Cancun.
Okay.
We was walking around buying stuff, souvenirs and stuff. And I want to let y'all know something, that they got this thing in Cancun, this food. They got a mango dipped in this sauce. And it's in a Zipline bag. And they got mango and pineapple in this sauce. I gotta ask my friend, what is that stuff called?
Okay.
And it was delicious.
Okay.
But I did not get approached not one time violently in Cancun with them.
Okay.
And I'm compared to them, I'm kind of dark skinned.
Right.
So I had my tank top on.
Right.
I was going to the gym at that time, so
Right.
I was like kind of buff.
Right.
So I was walking with them. I had no problem, bro. Ain't nobody approaching me.
So you weren't being stared at? What you doing here?
No.
Let me see your ID.
I was being stared at, but not like that. I was being stared at because they was kind of confused who I was.
Is he a celebrity?
Like-
is he? Which
like-
country he from? Is
like-
he from Brazil?
Yeah,
Is he
so-
from Africa? Is he from U.S.?
It's
Yeah.
not like the Matrix. They staring at you like,
Mm-hmm. What you doing
what
in
you
this
doing
neighborhood? You don't
around
belong
here?
here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
only
yeah.
in the Matrix that you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I feel like that right now.
I mean, I do too. I've seen you drink, but see, I like learn to eat people out.
Right.
But you know where we at.
Yeah.
You know the name of the game.
Yeah. I know.
You know what I mean? But
Wow.
anyway, man, Cancun was
It's
I
dope.
love it.
Yeah. So after Cancun, what was the next destination?
Well, the pandemic hit
Right, okay. So it's 2019.
right now. You want to know the next one or not?
Yeah. So did you travel during the pandemic, or did you just? Because some people they went anyway
I chilled.
and got stuck.
I chill, and my friend Fit Fitness and Travel.
Yeah, shout out to Fitness.
Good brother of
Yeah.
ours. Fitness Travel.
Right.
Now I got turned on by him. I'm gonna tell you before I went to Santo Domingo
Yeah.
what problem I was having, and I'm not gonna call anybody's name.
Okay.
You gotta be careful when you're dealing with people that say they from America and they in
we
this
can
country,
get into that. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you can get scammed for your money.
Right.
And that happened to me.
Okay.
By this certain person. I'm not gonna say, but he's down in DR.
Yeah.
And I was gonna go with him until I realized he was no good, so I had to cut him off.
Right.
Then this brother named Fitness and Travel, I seen this guy Fitness and Travel. I was like, Fitness and Travel.
Yeah.
So I, was going on this thing. So I was talking. I said, man, who are you? Where you? Oh, I'm from Florida, man. This and that. I said, okay, cool, no problem. So I started to fill him out, and like, when you can tell somebody's real and somebody's fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you get to yeah.
So see what I'm saying? That's the thing I'm saying. We sitting here minding our business.
Yeah, they don't know the police that came by.
Officer come by.
That's the second time too.
Second time that we doing something. That's what
Perfect
I'm saying,
prime
yo.
example.
We sitting here, we talking, we not doing no crime. But see, this is what I'm saying is about the Matrix, yo, is that this is one of the reasons why that we want to leave the Matrix. We want to feel comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that we jumping off a tangent. We up here sharing our experiences.
Yeah.
You see, so anyway, man, I'm not gonna let that affect me.
So you met Fitness.
So
right.
Fitness Travel.
Yeah.
So I started talking, I said, yo, man, so then, make a long story short, I was on his channel. And I send the brother a donation.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, this guy is something about this money. He ain't all about the money, first of all. I would still send you something, but,
Yeah.
And, like, you can tell the vibe of a person that he's real. There's something about certain people that you can tell the fake people and the folks that's real. Anyway, so I said, hey, man, I'm thinking about this trip. He's like, okay. All right. So I kept talking to him for about 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, and this is during the pandemic.
Right, on the pandemic.
Okay.
So it's a lot of good brothers. Razor Rays was on that U.
Yeah.
And everybody else was on it. And out of all the people I contacted, this brother was genuine.
Okay.
I made it. I went to Santo Domingo.
Okay.
It's the best time I ever had in my life.
Okay.
Outside, like I tell people, I think on my past video, I said there was 3 times in my life that I was ever happy.
Okay.
When I used to box.
Okay.
When I was over in Morocco and Santo Domingo.
Santo Domingo. Okay. Did you stay at a resort when you went there?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you went freestyle.
I stayed in the Airbnb.
Okay.
First time I stayed in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
First time I ain't never stayed in the Airbnb, and I was like, man. So then, man, right. A long story short, I got there. Fit called his man down there. My man, right, Black Mumbles.
Okay.
I was there. Came down. He was at the airport. Grabbed my bags. Got in the car.
Right.
We got in the car. We went to this place, y'all. Y'all know the restaurant where you come in from the airport and it's in Zona Colonial.
Okay, that's the one on the corner.
El Conde or something like that.
That's on the corner.
Oh, that food, man, that food is delicious.
It is.
Right. El Conde is my joint, right? So Black Mamba turned me on to that joint. So us two out there, be eating, talking, and they got some cold Presidentes, brother. They got some nice Presidentes. Anyway, I went there, then I went home.
Right.
He said, I'm gonna call you about, what time was that? I got there around 1:03, good time.
Okay.
I went back home, turned on the AC, you know what I'm saying? Right. Got my Airbnb. He left. went home, did it, got dressed. So we goes to this club. I don't know. It's this club in Pantini. I I I would have to show you it on my phone.
Okay.
But the club was a nice club, man. I think it was a hookah lounge, but it was nice. It was laid back, and I like ordered a bottle.
Okay.
I ordered a bottle. So his friend, he had his friend along. I'm not gonna say her name, but his friend was cool.
Okay.
She was down to earth, right? So we sitting there, we talking, we just chilling, man. You know, the Dominican dudes, they chilled out, man. I had
Yeah.
no problems. Everybody came in, you know. I was sitting there having a good time, drinking, talking, you know. And then you know, I got done. They took me back to my Airbnb
Right.
in Pantini, and I'm going to tell y'all, Pantini is a place in Dominican Republic. It's a upscale area in Santo Domingo called Pantini. If you ever want to go to Pantini, I mean Dominican Republic, and you don't want to stay in a rough area or an area that you don't feel that safe, go to Pantini. Pantini is an upscale area in Santo Domingo. Now, Dominican Republic, I'm not an expert on DR. I've been all through DR now,
Right.
but I'm not expert. I'm just only sharing with you all the experiences that I had. And you have Santo Domingo West, Santo Domingo Este. You got Zona Colonial, which is the tourist area. Then you got you ever been to the Malecon on the
I've like driven past it, but not to hang out.
well,
Yeah.
that's in not Zona Colonial. What is that?
Because the last time we spoke, you said that's the same road you got to go through to get to Boca Chica.
Yeah,
I know, so I know the area.
Well, for the airport in Boca Chica.
Yeah.
I forgot that area called. I got it on the tip of my tongue, but
Yeah.
that's where the Malecon, the Malecon is 40. It's 40 miles stretch of ocean on this
Okay.
side.
Right.
Then you got all the other side. You got the restaurants and stuff like that
Okay.
on both sides, but the ocean's over here. If you fall in that ocean over that thing,
Yeah. Oh.
you ain't getting back
As
up.
a matter of fact, I want to, if you don't mind me cutting you off,
Yeah.
that actually did happen. Because you talking about the Malecon, right?
Mhm.
That actually did happen a week before I went there. They had, so maybe that could be a reason why I didn't have more money. That could have been that could have been my saving grace, because I wanted to go to Dominican, to Boca Chica. But anyway, a week before I went there was the bus that took people there, and for whatever reason, maybe the driver fell asleep, and I guess he swerved over, and then that's exactly what happened. So it happened a week.
Oh, they went over that thing?
Because the driver he slept at the wheel.
They went in the ocean?
Yeah, all of them died. Yeah,
Ooh,
because remember I told you, because remember we had the conversation before when I was there. I was there
I
for
ain't
2
hear.
weeks. Yeah, but I was there for 2 weeks, and that first week I couldn't go because my money wasn't right. That following week I finally went.
So, was it a tour bus or something?
You know the buses that that you can catch to go. It'll go from one end of the country, and then
them?
yeah, those buses that take you different places, and some of them will take you to Haiti, and one will take you to.
He fell asleep?
Yeah, that's what they're alleging.
Oh my God.
Right, and the bus swerved over.
Yo, that thing, brother, I looked.
Yeah.
I looked at that. I was like, yo, if you fall in there,
Yeah.
they can't save you.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what happened, because when you get into the water, you can't break.
Ocean,
It's too
man.
much. Yeah, because it's
ocean.
too much pressure.
It's
Unless the
ocean.
window was open, but then that's really not going to save you either.
And God forbid if you get cut and
Right.
you in that butt and that blood come,
Right.
you
Dead.
know that the
Yup.
shark's gonna get you.
That's what I'm saying. But even if you don't get cut and you get out, that's another obstacle. So like I said, to your point, that actually did happen when I was there. Yep. So did you take a bus, or how did you get to so you use Black Mamba to get
Yeah,
around. Okay.
Black Mamba met me at the airport,
Okay.
and he met me there, and he took me back. He took me back to the airport.
Okay.
Excellent tour guide. I recommend Black Mamba. You will contact me. I will hook you up with Fit Travel, and he will take care of you.
Yeah, shout out to Black Mamba.
I recommend Black Mamba to anybody that want a tour of DR, Santo Domingo, Puerto Plata, Sansur, Santiago, La Vega. You know,
Okay.
what's that spot? It's this other spot down there. But anyway, man, I had a fun time.
Yeah.
I had a real good time.
So you was in Boca Chica?
Boca Chica, yeah. Oh yeah. Let me tell you about Boca Chica, right? Now, when we went to Boca Chica, like I told you, you got the Malecon. So it's up the Malecon, you go up the Malecon, and it veers off, and then you're in Boca Chica. So when you go to Boca Chica, you see the ocean from the top. How you on the top, and then in the back of the ocean.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, there it is. So we went down the street, turned on this street. Black Mamba parked his car, and we went into this garage. I mean, no, sorry, I said garage. We all parked on the street.
Okay.
So when we parked on the street, he took me to this restaurant, right? It was a mom and pop restaurant. No like fancy, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
Mom and pop restaurant. They had some of the best homegrown food I ever had, man. They had black beans, rice. They had the papaya.
Yeah. Rice and bean. Was it rice with roasted papaya? Okay. Yeah, I know that was banging.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. So we ate. Then we went to this joint called the Frio Hot Hotel.
Okay.
It's called Frio Hot. Frio Hot Hotel is in Boca Chica. So if you ever want to go to Boca Chica and stay in a hotel, go ask them where the Frio Hot is. You can stay in the Frio Hot. Me and Black Mamba went to the Frio Hot, watched the soccer game, and drunk about 2 or 3 Presidentes. We had a ball.
Okay.
After we did that, we went to the beach. Now the beach was nice, but the only thing about the beach in like Boca Chica, be prepared for the begging.
Yeah. Well, I know that was constant. I know that was gonna come.
They notorious for the begging, man. Look, I was like, nah, man, I ain't right interested. It was about 5 people that came up to me. And everything Buck Travel and Fit and you said and all y'all said about Boca Chica was absolutely correct. And I basically experienced that joint. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Okay. I know even Philly Dom had some incidents when he was there. He had some incidents. So go ahead and check out, subscribe to Philly Dom. You'll all see it on his channel. Okay, so has that was the most recent trip that you had? Has there been any other trips after that?
That was my last trip.
Okay.
That I went on, and I'm thinking about going back in the very near future.
Okay.
I don't know when, but I know I am going there shortly.
Right.
And I love Santo Domingo. I want to eventually go to Sansua. I want to go to Flip Flops Bar.
Okay, shout out to Flip Flop.
Shout out to Flip Flop Bar in Sansua. And I want to meet Brother Bo Rakes in Sansua. I want to meet Brother Teller May.
Teller May Dreams. Shout out to Teller May Dreams.
Shout out to Teller May, which is a brother that I just want to give him a lot of respect because he's one of the ones that I look up to as my older traveling brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I gotta go see him.
Speaking of which, would you transition into the DR like he does, like he is?
Eventually I would. I thought about it.
Okay.
There's some other countries that I'm thinking about at this moment, but Santo Domingo especially would be one place that I wouldn't mind making a staycation.
Okay. because I remember years ago when he, because I don't know if you noticed that, but were you around when he had his channel and then he just shut it down?
I don't remember that, but no, I
Yeah.
remember when Telemay was in Telemay Dreams, when he was in Atlanta and he was going over there.
Yeah.
That's when I start first uh paying following him, because
Right.
he said some stuff like Telemay Dreams and I think the same on as far as the police, what I call it, genocide.
Okay.
I've always said this in my future videos, and I'm not going to spend that much time on this.
Yeah.
He spoke about the police genocide, and he spoke about the Matrix, how it all comes together. Like I said earlier, it's a reason why we travel. You know,
Mhm.
we traveling because we trying to get something new. We want new experiences.
Right.
We want to meet new people. We want a fresh start. You know, just like everybody else has a fresh start. Why is the problem when we want a fresh start?
Right.
It's always an issue.
Yeah.
But then again, it's okay for everybody else to do it. But as soon as that I do it, it's an issue. That
That's
has
the
to
whole.
stop.
Yeah.
No.
We can
No,
address that
that's
one
not-
day. Yeah. We
But-
definitely, because I got a whole lot to say about that.
And
Yeah.
I'm not basically going to go into that because that's not the part
Yeah.
of this vlog.
Yeah.
But I just want to add this about all of this. It comes full circle, man.
Mhm.
You know, so again, man, yes, I plan on going to Santo Domingo.
Again, okay, so they're all plans, and so that was the other thing about like relocating. And I know this is, I would want to put this out there because we want to go on the model that Russell did, because I noticed a lot of people throughout the years when I was like learning about traveling and also being an expat. What I learned is a lot of people, they might have a certain amount of money. So we're gonna put $20,000 in it. They just put that out there. So you might have a person that has $20,000 and they see a country. Just give me a name of a country. Just pick one. Whatever. Let's just Thailand. They'll watch Thailand videos, and it's like they got $20,000 in the bank, and they just up and leave, and then just sell everything, pack their bags, go to Thailand. The problem with that is you don't want to just have a bunch of money and just up and leave, and then figure out when you get there. You need to figure it out before you leave, because if all you got is just like $1,000 in the bank, and especially you go to this player and it's like you a single man, you already know that money's gonna run through you quick. So
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You see where I'm getting
well,
at?
okay, yeah. See,
Mhm.
the thing is, people don't have a plan.
You gotta
And-
have a plan, right?
Okay, so look, I might have $50,000,
Let's just say,
right?
right.
I have 50,000 in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
I sell everything I got. I go over there.
Right.
How am I going to sustain myself each month?
Right.
See, the problem is they don't have anything to keep it going.
Right.
They got $50,000,
Mm-hmm.
but they not, or they can use that $50,000 on me. They ain't gonna have nothing.
You had a situation. We could talk two situations. You had one situation most recently where he actually had $30,000. I don't know. Did you hear about that story?
I heard about that guy. Yeah.
In the Philippines.
Yeah.
So if anybody that's out there that's not familiar, he had 30 grand in his bank account, right? So he just figured the good thing is he did work until, you know, he had money right. He was 58. So I'm assuming he was gonna collect Social Security at 62,
Mm-hmm.
right? So with his 30 grand, he went to the Philippines. He ended up getting hooked up with somebody. Make a long story short, he ended up burning through that 30 grand in less than 2 years. He was supposed to live off that 30 grand until his Social Security kicked in.
Right.
But what he should have done, if it was me, what he should have done was stayed in the Matrix for a little bit.
Right.
Every once in a while, he'd go and travel.
Uh-huh.
That way, he established himself. Get it? Because from my understanding, he never been to the Philippines beforehand, right?
See, that's
Yeah. So my thing is, if it were me, I would say, okay, let me take 3 grand, and I pay my bills or whatever it is, take 3 grand, set that aside, buy my plane ticket, go over there for a couple, because he wasn't working, he was retired. Go over there for like a month or whatever, establish yourself, get the
Right.
lay of the land, just like they say, clear whole bill. Get the lay of the land, okay. That way you know about the mistakes you make, what you want to stay away from.
Right. Right.
You might stay somewhere and it's like, you know what, I don't like this area. Next time I'm gonna stay in it. So you need to know what's the pros and cons, what you like, what you don't like, what you accept, what won't accept. That way, you go back, you got your game plan. So, do whatever you gotta do. Maybe you want to do Uber, maybe you want to do part time, whatever. Do some part time stuff just to keep money, coming
Right.
in.
Coming in.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because see, the thing is, if you don't got nothing coming in,
Right.
that money gonna go short because of your rent and all that. It may
Yeah.
be cheap, but you still gotta pay the rent,
Right.
and you still gotta eat. And depending on your lifestyle that you have, if you like balling,
Right.
and you gonna be like broke quick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was a single man, so you put a female in the mix. So you think, that money was cut in half. On top of the fact that he had twins by the Filipino.
He had twins.
He had twins.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he
Hold on,
had.
hold on, hold on,
yeah.
hold on. Okay, so he had twins. So at this point, how much cash did he have?
He was pretty much non-existent. He ended up homeless.
So hold on, he got 2 kids
Mm-hmm.
and he ain't got no money.
Nothing. So that was why he ended up on YouTube with, that's what I'm saying. It's like if it were me, he should have waited. Like I know he was, like I said, I know how guys can feel.
Right.
We got anxious. It's like we want to get away, which is understandable, but you got to do it the right way. It's like if you think of this, if you think of the Matrix as, if you think of it like we being POW and
Right.
we want to escape, or you think of it like a plantation. Of course, you want to get away from the plantation.
Mhm. Right. Yeah,
as we know as the
yeah.
Matrix. Okay, but you still got to have a plan. Harriet Tubman didn't just up and leave. Just say, "Well, I want to just up and leave." She had a plan.
She had a
right?
plan, right,
So my point
Right.
is, understandable that he just wanted to get away. He's no longer working. He's retired. He got money, right?
Mhm.
But the problem is he didn't execute his plan properly. He could have just gone there for a couple of weeks or months, get a lay of the land, come back. If he needed to put more money in the bank, do that. He should have waited until his retirement kicked in. Then he could have went full time. That way, he could have learned this mistake. Making mistakes early, but make it properly. So when you get your money coming in, because he just had to wait till he's 62, right? And like I said earlier, it's like when the first female that fell through. Then he met with the other one. He got her pregnant, and then that's when he found out that she had twins. You want to know something ironic? I get real quick with this. When the money ran out, he did in his first video that he talked about. She wasn't nowhere to be found.
Mhm.
People think that as soon as he got, because once he made that appeal on the YouTube video, people started sending him money, and then they gave him a job. Like somehow in the Philippines, he was able to find work, right?
Mhm.
So as soon as the money come in, how ironic that the baby mother's now around again, because now he got money to support himself. So now she's back in the picture.
Well, see, he ain't smart. He's a
So,
dummy.
right.
He's a damn fool.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not, even if I had 50,000 right now, I'm not
100,000.
I'm not going to even if I had 100,000, I'm not going to leave the message till I get something else coming in.
Right.
Now, if you hit the lottery, that's different.
That's different.
That's going to take you past retirement,
Right.
and you can just sit on half of that money,
Right.
because I know I got the money. I know I got this ad.
Right.
And
And that
I-
will go far in the DR. When it $500,000.
That's what.
How far would that go in the
Man,
Dominican
let me tell you
Republic?
something.
$500,000. Okay.
I would live
I'm not even
like
going to tempt you.
I would live, Dakis, like I would live like now. I
Okay.
wouldn't even splurge because I
$500,000.
know I want to save my money.
Right.
I would be smart, man. I'm
Okay.
telling you. And I can't see how these people get this money and they just fools, man.
Can I give you another story?
Sure.
Okay. You can find this on YouTube. His name is American in the Philippines. Either American in Thailand, American in Bangkok, one of those. So Scott Mullen, that's his name. He had a story. It's called, I think it's American Wants to Live a X-Rated Life, something like that. Oh man, we got the boys. Can you hear? I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna get close to the microphone. So basically, it was a story where the man had $90,000 in his bank account. Okay, that's a lot of money. And Scott Mullen was telling a story where he told the guy, he was like, before you, it's like, take some of that money, start a business or something, start something online or something like that. He gave him a list of things to do, right? And he's like, just listen to, take my advice. And come to find out, make a long story short, he ended up blowing through that 90 grand and ended up homeless, or I don't know if he was homeless or not, but he ended up broke all
Right
the
here.
90 grand. Huh?
Matrix.
This was in the Matrix. He was from the Matrix. He went to Thailand, right?
Oh, he went to Thailand.
Yeah, because Scott Mullen is he's actually for years
How'd he blow that money?
he in Thailand. You put women in the mix. Cause in the video it's called, it's something, it says the word, it has the word X-rated 90,000, something like that. So American lived the X-rated life in Thailand. Something like, but you can find it on Scott Mullen. So when you go to Scott Mullen's page, put X-rated on there, or or put 90,000. If you go on his
Scott
page
Mullen?
and search that, yeah, Scott Mullen,
Scott Mullen.
yeah. So just think about it. He went to Thailand. He got 90 grand. He probably went out every night. He probably had threesomes, foursomes every night. He was drinking there because you thinking nightlife is, you could probably pay $200. You got a VIP table.
Yeah.
You paying $2 for beer.
Right.
I don't know how much beer costs in the U.S., but
Man, it's hot as shit.
okay, so if you go to Thailand, it's like you can get like lit every night,
Right.
and you think you're a single man, you got $90,000.
Right.
So apparently he didn't blew through that whole $90,000.
Mhm.
He was told, he gave him a list of things that he could have did to set himself straight. Get yourself a business, teach English online, something. He didn't follow none of the advice that he gave him and blew through that 90 grand. Done. So it's once again, when you go overseas, it's like, yeah, it's you outside the matrix, and you can live a paradise life, but you still gotta make sure you have a
Gotta
plan.
maintain.
You gotta maintain.
See, a lot of people, man, they think the money, it stretches far, but what you gotta do, you gotta make sure that works for you long term.
Right.
And that's what a lot of like people don't do. They think they just got money and it's gonna just go like that. No,
Right.
it don't go like that. And,
Yeah.
and you gotta plan yourself, man.
Right. See, the thing is, it's not the 1970s. You just imagine if you was to go with $1,000 and you was to go to Vietnam, $1,000 would probably go extremely far in the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s. But in 2020,
Yeah.
plus a lot of countries their economies are emerging, right? So it's like you also have to think about like food. Do you want to
Food, yeah.
right? You want to eat out every night,
Yeah.
or if you want to cook. Now, if you want to cook, it might be cheaper, but you also gotta think what brands you want to get.
Mhm.
If you want like local brands, it's probably cheaper. If you want like what's close to home, it's probably gonna be more because it's imported, right? Or do you feel like negotiating? If you want to go to like the local markets, you want to negotiate prices for tomatoes and like potatoes and everything.
Yeah.
Or do you want to pay somebody to do it for you?
Yeah.
Now you got to think about transportation.
See, all of this adds up, and
It adds up.
and that's what I factored in because I want to just leave. Look, I thought about just selling my house and leave, right? But I said, hold on.
Yeah.
If I go to that joint and who knows, I might meet a lady, I might have a child.
See,
Right?
just like the guy from the Philippines.
Okay,
and
so
he had twins.
So I got 50 G's in the bank. Okay, so
Right.
I gotta pay rent. That's $350 a month.
Okay.
And the food bill adding up. Although it's cheap, it still
It's
adds
cheap.
up.
That still add up, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one thing about DR I like. that you pay in pesos.
Okay.
But them pesos can run out.
Yeah. And the other thing that, and you know what, the other thing that
Pesos
you
run
got,
out.
they do right, but the other thing that you got to think about is if you rent from somebody, they could just out of the blue and say, you know what, this year I'm gonna charge double.
They do that.
See,
They do
you
that,
gotta think
and,
about that.
And a friend of mine told me that in DR, he said they go up on they rent quick on you.
Right.
And
Without moment's notice.
yeah.
Okay. See.
And see, that's the downside.
Right.
You know, they can fake the funk on you. You'd be like, yo, your rent was $350, you're now $550.
Right.
On top of my kids gotta eat.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta take care of her.
Right.
You know, she might want to go out a little something, get like a little like fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She want to get her,
So,
go to the spa, get, makeup, hair done, feet,
Little Asian girl, one. I like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, feet done, nails, and all that. So again, man, that's my overall traveling thing, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking to go back to Santo. I like Santo Domingo.
Right.
I like the city, vibe of it, and eventually I would like make myself to Puerto Plata eventually.
Okay, so Puerto Plata, that's where it takes you to Sosúa. Okay, see,
it's that's on the north coast.
Okay.
So I guess Santo Domingo's on the lower coast.
Okay. See, I've only been to Santo Domingo, so I don't know. But I will say that I had a good time. People there, I don't know. I never had any problems with people from the DR. They beautiful people. And
now,
yeah, they will look out for you.
Now, I wanna talk to you about that over here.
Okay.
See, over here, and I'm not gonna say they racist, but when you come to America, especially in this area, we in on the East Coast near Philadelphia. I ain't gonna say
right.
When people come here, they get matrixized. I'm gonna say that matrixized. Right?
Yeah.
You would never get the attitude from your home. The homegrown people don't act like these people.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come here, they already matrixized in their mindset.
Yeah.
So they want to be off to their own people. There's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
But how can I go now to your home country, get treated with respect?
Right.
I'm being treated with respect. The females don't got no problem with me. Yeah. But they come here, I speak to them, they be like, oh, nah, I'm okay, Poppy, I'm okay. I say, okay, cool, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
But then I can go back to your spot where your origin is, and I'm respected.
Yeah.
And and again, some people may say it's the dollar. Okay, say that.
But I think that's an excuse, though. Truthfully honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You think it's a dollar that would access the dollars and make them change the way they treat you?
Even if they did.
Even if that's the case,
even if you did.
Right. What if that is the case?
Treated better than here.
What are the returns?
I'm getting treated better than here.
Yeah.
So again, that goes back to travel.
Right.
You may go overseas. You're not even respected at home.
Right.
For example, I'll say this, and I'm going to say this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. If you're not respected where you at, then you find something else.
Go where you celebrate it.
You find something else.
Yeah.
Everybody, as I said, everybody else do it. It's all right. When you do it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm gonna exercise what I want to exercise. I'm a grown ass man.
Right.
So, do I go for chicas? I might go for chicas.
Okay.
And even if I did.
Right. What's your problem? Nobody said nothing when Shanika went to Jamaica to hook up with Dexter.
I'm spending my money. I'm spending my money, right?
It's your money that you earn.
Hold on, excuse me. It's my call it back. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm spending my money. When they go to Hot Girl Summer,
Yeah.
ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
No, they never did. They was doing that during the 90s.
Okay. When they go to Jamaica
Yeah.
and you shaking it while it's hot,
Right.
ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
Yeah, and the new place now is the Gambia.
But when me and you
Yeah.
want to go
Yeah.
have a little fun,
Yeah.
it's commotion.
Right. Yeah.
So my thing is this. Like you said earlier, go where you celebrate.
Yeah.
Spend your money how you want to spend. Don't let nobody tell you how you spend your money.
Right.
Spend your own
You
money.
earned it.
You earned it. That's
Mhm.
right. And I'm just saying, for all y'all watching, I hope y'all got something from this. I
Yeah.
hope y'all got something from this, because
Learn it.
I'm speaking to all my Matrix brothers and sisters. No, sorry. I'm speaking to my Matrix brothers. And I'm not hating on the females.
Yeah.
But
we want y'all to travel. If y'all doing it, y'all been doing it. We want you to continue.
Been traveling
Yeah.
longer than me. I mean, I'm kind of brand new to this joint. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But the whole thing is, man, is just to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, as I basically say, you have people that are non-African American. They're dating outside their race too.
Yeah.
You got the European Americans. They dealing with Asian girls now.
Yeah.
Because they understanding it's the Western mindset.
Yeah. A lot of them have been doing that for a very long time too. Like I said, I
Yeah.
was telling about the 70s and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys they was living it like you had guys that was living in places
Yeah.
for like $800 a month.
But see, the only thing different between us and them,
Yeah.
we got swag.
Okay.
And we coming with money,
Yeah.
and we coming with swag.
Right.
I'm not saying them other cats don't have it. They may have it like this. We got it like that because we got to get for gab. Plus,
Right.
the like areas that we in
Right.
had shaped us to be a certain way.
Mhm.
So I can go anywhere and basically survive.
Right. As
If
a
I
matter
get
of
stranded.
fact, I'm gonna touch on that because if we go overseas, a lot of times they might assume we're entertainer, basketball players. They might like that we about something because they don't normally like now they're starting to see more black men, but like in the early stages they not normally see us.
No.
So it's like they think you're an entertainer just on vacation, or
Yeah.
could be a basketball player
Yeah.
or whatever. Like we was talking about the Philippines. You go to the Philippines, you see a bunch of guys playing basketball. They might assume that they want you to come in and join them.
Yeah.
You
And
have,
see,
yeah. I'm saying,
Now, the thing is that we bring, as I said, we bring swag because we do. Because when they see you, they're like, wow, there's something about this dude.
yeah, not what you doing here. Like you don't belong here.
There's something about, yo, look,
Yeah.
I'm going to share this with you. And after this, we're going to, roll. I was in Morocco, I told you. And
Yeah.
I was with my wife and my brother-in-law. We was coming from Kenitra to Casablanca.
Okay.
So we walking through Casablanca. This guy said, "Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question?"
Talking to you.
Yeah, he spoke English.
Okay.
I'm sure he spoke Arabic too, but he spoke English.
Okay.
I said, yes, sir. He said, are you from the United States? I said, yeah. He said, I can tell you from a mile away. He said, you stick out like a sore thumb. He said something about black American men, they stick out different from the Africans.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
Okay.
And when he told me that, I was like, sir, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think he
I don't know if
from,
that was that a compliment though.
He said that because I guess he could
He could tell you.
he could kind of feel, because he said that he stayed
Okay.
in the United States.
Right.
So he
Yeah.
he
The way we
probably
carry
was around
ourselves.
some some of us before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, and by him saying it, I wasn't offended at all.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
At least that like told me somebody sees me and they acknowledge that I'm not from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can I say something though?
Yes, sir.
When I was in Ethiopia,
Uh-huh,
I
go
had
ahead.
the exact opposite
What happened?
because we were going like it was me. It's like a female that I met, her father and I.
Right.
We went to we were going to the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the booth, bought the tickets. I didn't say nothing at the time. Bought the tickets. Then I started having a conversation.
Right.
And then the guy at the ticket booth, he said something to her father. They were saying something, and they came back and they had to go back and pay. I was like, what's going on? He said he noticed that I was a foreigner. See, in the beginning when I walked through, I looked like I was from there.
But you start like,
So as soon as I said something, that's when he realized I was a foreigner.
Yeah.
And that's that's the first time. The second time was when she came out in front of the hotel. And I don't know if everybody can hear it now. We got the boys just came back again. What the heck is going on here? They're not looking for me. They can't be looking for me. So okay. So she was waiting for me in front of the hotel. So I came out, we sitting on the bench, and we just having a regular conversation.
right.
Like, so there was a guy that was sitting next to her. He said something to her in them heart, and she started laughing. And she looked at me. She was like, when I first came out there and I was sitting there on a bench, he thought I was from there until I said something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like the opposite one, and that's the other reason why I like
Right.
going to Ethiopia, because a lot of times they think I'm from there.
Right.
So,
And see again, you look like them people. Only thing is, if you start talking, they be like, "Oh, you ain't from here."
You
So
from-
then that,
yeah.
that can spark their interest.
yeah, and
You know
they
what I'm
want to
saying?
get to know you even more because they want to know. Yeah, I mean, I
Spark
like.
their interest.
Yeah, I had a lot of incidents like that. I tell you real quick. It's like there was a guy that was when I was in Ethiopia. There was a guy that stayed in a hotel. He was the manager. He stayed in the U.S. for like a couple of years. Then he went back to Ethiopia to you know, manage the hotel or whatever. So there was some incidents that I got into. So he pulled me aside. He's like, "Look, man, um, I enjoyed it. I like that you here, you home, but I just want you to watch out. You know, just if you need anything, just come get with us, and we can give you the ropes." He's like, cause you're my man, you're a brother, man. I appreciate you for coming to my country, and like I said, he's like, you home. So he was like, so his voice went down a little bit. He was like, so if you see anything in here you like, you know. He's like, just let me know, because you can
See,
enjoy it.
and that's going back to what I was telling you. They
Yeah.
vibing with you.
Right.
You a foreigner, but they vibing with you.
Right.
You can't get that here.
Nope. And of all the foreigners that stayed in the hotel, I was the one that the hotel staff was vibing with the most. It's like no other people.
Because why?
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, and you got swag.
Right.
That's what I'm telling you.
They want a little
we
more.
Got something
Right.
them white boys, and I say this on the camera. I'm not afraid to say no.
And I come in the camera. Go ahead and say
These,
my face.
huh?
Nah, you want to speak your mind. I'm gonna put my so they can see that I support you for saying to say this.
We got something these other cats don't got. And what we got is swag. They don't got what we got. They
Yup.
can have a lot of money. I tell you what, hey Dave, somebody that got the gift for gab,
Yeah.
it ain't got no money, I'm gonna
Right.
tell you,
Yeah.
you can put yourself in a good position, man.
Right.
You know,
Get connections with the right people.
The right people.
Ear hustle.
just
Because
by
I'm good
way
at doing that.
that you like
Yeah.
say something.
Yeah, I'm good at ear hustling.
See them, the other people, they don't have the experiences that we have, and
Right.
so they can't connect like us.
You have to
And
get it.
I would say that. I'm
Right.
not afraid to say it.
Right.
Because I've seen it. I've seen it in areas I can go in. Like I was in this club in Santo Domingo. Black Mamba took me to the Zona Colonial. I just strolled up inside that joint bopping, right?
Right.
Everybody was up in that joint bopping. I was like, I was sitting back drinking,
Right.
chilling. Man, I ain't getting nobody ain't staring at me like, look, who is he?
Yeah.
I didn't have a guy bump me in a club and he
Right.
step back and shoot me or he got a
Yeah,
knife.
right.
None of that nonsense.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying, yo. And I know y'all gonna get tired of me saying this, is that when you have these experiences, you be like, well, shit, I can live here.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got all that extra bullshit that,
Right.
that I'm like basically going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not going through that.
Well, see, if you never took that step outside, you wouldn't have that point of reference. Like you just know that your whole box.
Yeah.
Cause I can't imagine, like, I'm from Madison Street, so I can't imagine, like, just knowing work, home, go to the mall, Chinese store,
Right.
start all over again, do the same thing, maybe go on family vacation.
And
If I
then
go to
come
Philly,
back.
I'm not going to Philly to the airport. I'm going to Philly maybe for a
Yeah,
festival.
Philly.
Right.
Philly, not even man. Philly, Philly's just a big version of like
Yeah.
Wilmington.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel like going someplace, go like international.
Yeah.
You know, like
Mhm.
we like say all the time, man. You want to go international. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You know.
So that's what it's about. Just getting out, exploring your options. Make sure your money is right. That way, you got some. If you want to splurge, you can splurge, but you gotta make sure. I mean, because you earned it, right? If you want to take $4,000 and blow it, don't be a pookie and just throw money in the air. But if you want to go, I mean, that's a whole nother.
And see,
That's a whole nother
them,
issue.
them kind of cats, they the ones that's like gonna get robbed
Yeah.
down in like Colombia because see, in Colombia, like I heard from my boys, they said it's a whole different experience. But look, anyway, I wanna. Do you got anything to ask me about the travel joint?
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything money wise, why you travel,
Okay.
what was the motivation, family, you know. I think that's pretty much covered. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna just cut this short with this like episode that we did. We did a one-on-one. I did you, then I did me.
Mhm.
We're gonna resume probably next week or the week after next, and hopefully that we get a way better view, man.
Yeah.
A better, clear picture.
What's going
Plus,
on?
it's
Yeah.
not gonna be it's not gonna be raining, and
Yeah.
hopefully that we can have a better shot of the stuff down here that's
Yeah.
going
'Cause
on.
I was
but
trying to see some ducks swim by or something like that. You know what I'm
so,
saying?
until then, y'all, it's your boy DMR about to sign off again. Thank y'all for tuning in
Yeah.
from the riverfront, and we will be back with y'all with another episode of Travel.
Yeah.
Until then, peace.
Peace.